Good afternoon, everyone. This is Teacher JP Lozano, and welcome to the pilot episode of JP's Thoughts. Here, we will discuss everything that you need to learn and anything under the sun. Well, for today's episode, I would like to present to you the technical terms in research. For our learning objectives for today, we need to define and describe the phrase technical term. And second, identify the different technical terms used in research and explain its characteristics. So we started the formal research discussion on the research station, and our end station is on the research paper. But before we go with the end station, we need to pass through the second station, which is the technical terms. And what is a technical term? A technical term is a word, phrase, or acronym with a specialized, precise meaning within a specific field, industry, or discipline. Basically, these are a set of words or phrases that can be used to understand more about the specific field we are currently in or trying to explore. It is also used to improve communication efficiency and accuracy to avoid miscommunication and disinformation. And at the same time, these terms describe specialized concepts, equipment, or processes as well. So, to understand the technical term station, we need to understand its profile. And within this discussion, the profile will be laid in front of you through this presentation. The first, the first technical term in research is what we call analysis. Analysis is organizing, sorting, and scrutinizing data. Here, what we do is we organize, we sort of, and we try to dissect which data will be included or not in our research paper. After this, the research question can be answered already or its meaningful inferences can be drawn. So this is an example of an analysis. Here, the data is sorted according to themes. There are three themes in this sample. And each themes has data sorted out to and organized to support the themes. Next. After we analyze, there is conclusion, which is the summary of the whole paper. This is the example. So here, it summarizes and synthesizes everything related to the study. Next, data can be words or number used as main information on a research. An example is this one. So we see numbers and we see words. And before we get the data, there is what we call a data gathering tool. The data gathering tool is a device, instrument, or material used to collect data such as questionnaire or surveys. Best example of this one is a Facebook poll or a survey that you receive, and also your reading inventory, PhilErie, when you are doing it in schools. This is an example. So this is a survey form, a sample survey form regarding a study entitled Factors of Absenteeism among grade 12 senior high school students in Monlimar Development Academy Incorporated, intended for grade 12 Olympus. Data presentation, uses a variety of graphical techniques such as table and graphs. So this is a bar graph, a circle graph, and a line graph, which will help you understand more the data. Next, descriptive. Descriptive is a research design that describes what is. And then in-text citation is a brief form of reference included in the body of one's work. So writing in-text citation includes the surname of the prior author or the author of the prior study, such as this, Bronfenbrenner, and the year when the idea or the knowledge has been published. Here it's 1977. So Bronfenbrenner, 1977. And another example is Bandura, 1986. Limitations are restrictions in a study that may decrease the credibility and generability of the research findings. Here, it is disclosed to give information to the readers that that a certain situation is only the scope of the current study. Next, literature review is a critical summary of a research on a topic of interest. It is generally provided to give context about the topic. Mostly, it includes detailed, synthesized information and also identify gaps and weaknesses in prior studies to justify the new investigation you are currently doing. Why do we need to write an in-text citation? Because aside from an ethical practice of using ideas, which is plagiarism, it is also to properly acknowledge the other authors or persons who had the idea before you. Next research topic is the main subject or issue that is covered by the research paper of the researcher. Respondents are the people or institutions who have been invited to participate in a particular study and have actually taken part in it. Research question are the set of questions which a researcher focused their paper. So an example of the research question is this. This numbered 1 and 2. So the research question helps the researcher to be more specific in finding the answers related to their topic. Sample, meanwhile, is a part or a subset of a population selected to participate in the research question. And including in the questionnaire is the social demographic profile. This is the age, sex, education, migration status, socio-economic income, class, ethnicity, gender identity, and etc. Depending on the topic that you are going to use. Variables, meanwhile, are attributes or characteristics that can have more than one value, such as height or weight, and the quantities or qualities, properties, or characteristics of people, things, or situations that change or vary. To assess the understanding of your knowledge about the discussion, we will be having the research in daily life activity in the Google form. And to explore more about the technical terms in research, we will have a research exposure enrichment activity, which will be a handout to be provided to you at the after the end of this discussion. Going back to the research in daily life, a Google form will be submitted to you in the official chat group, and then you need to click on it to answer the questions and have an exit slip attached to it. And by the way, this is the day, and this is the time that we can say goodbye to each other, because I want to thank you for listening in this pilot episode of JP's Thoughts. Have a nice day, everyone, and thank you for listening. Bye bye.